Check. All right, here we go. I was starting to tweet this, and I was like, wait a second. I can actually use this as an excuse to turn this back on and have the next exciting episode of Clip It and Ship It, which is pretty far off from everything that's happened so far. It is a little blurb about this game that came out last week, Bullets Per Minute. What is Bullets Per Minute? It should be called Bangers Per Minute, in my opinion, because soundtrack's pretty good, which it needs to be because the game is, now follow me through this, it is a first-person shooter. It is a roguelite or roguelike. I'm not gonna get like word nerd over that. And it is a rhythm game. You heard that last part. It's a rhythm game. So the way it works is damn near everything you do in the game, and damn near everything that happens in the game, which is basically every interaction you have with enemies, happens to the beat of some rockish metalist song. It's more rock than metal, but they try to do a little bit of metal. Like, you got to listen to the soundtrack to get where the vibe is going. But everything you're doing, you're shooting, you're dashing, you're reloading, and all the enemy attacks all happen on the beat. And if you ain't got no rhythm, then your stuff don't happen. What do you mean? Well, what I mean is, like, if you listening to the beat and everything, and you get off the beat, your shots don't happen. Your dashes don't happen. Your reloads don't happen. And kind of quirky thing about the game is, like, your reloads will have like 2 or 3 actions depending on the kind of gun you have. So you have to hit each part of it in rhythm. So it forces you to do a little bit more than just hit the R button and go about your life. All right. The game's pretty cool. I just got done with my 6th attempt at it. It's where I start to have a little problem, though. I said my 6th attempt. My last one was just my first attempt at hard mode, which I breezed through pretty easily. Because the game kind of has Binding of Isaac syndrome, where if it just wants to hand you a run until you go win the game, you kind of just stomp the game. Which, you know, that's not bad. Everybody wants to get the participation medal and everything, right? But the bigger problem with the game, which still isn't like the hugest fault in the world, is that there's not a lot to it. Like, there's a lot that could be added to it, and it's a lot of things that would go on top of a fun foundation, because the game is fun to play. But there's not a whole lot of actual content in the game at the moment, which is understandable. From what I understand, it's a pretty small studio that made it, so you can't fault them for it. But it's not the kind of game where you're going to get it and you're going to be sitting there grinding it for days on end, I would think. Not at the moment. I keep saying not at the moment because they specifically say in the game that they'll add more stuff when they get money. And I will not be surprised if they get money for it. But either way, like, if you've heard about it, the game's worth checking out. If nothing else, the soundtrack's worth checking out. I like it. I've heard some people say it's a little cheesy for The Rock, you know? But I'm not going to sit here and act like rock is one of the genres that I know the deep lore and history of. So it gets a good pass from me. And it's a really important part of the game. So, yeah. Made it this far and you've wondered about the game, give it a shot. I don't know if it has like a trial on Steam. Oh, I guess I should back up and say it's on Steam only, as far as I know. If it's on, like, I know it's not on PS4, but like if it's on console, didn't hear about it. It's only on Steam. Yeah. I'm pretty sure somebody will ask me a quick question. I'm stretching at this point. I'm done. I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna ship it. We up out of here. Peace.